Narragansett Bay is a bay and estuary on Rhode Island Sound's northern shore. The bay, which stretches approximately 147 miles, is New England's longest estuary, serving as a vast natural harbor and home to a tiny archipelago. Some of it even extends into Massachusetts. The bay opens onto Rhode Island Sound and the Atlantic Ocean. Block Island is just about 20 miles or 32 kilometers southwest of its mouth. Narragansett Bay is a ria, or a flooded river valley that's open to the sea. It's composed of a series of flooded river valleys formed by dropped crustal blocks in a horsed and graben system that's slowly subsiding between a still shifting fault system. However, the estuary system is vast in comparison to the current flow of the four small rivers that enter the bay: the Taunton River in the northeast, the Providence and Seekonk Rivers in the northwest, and the Pawtuxet River in the west. Wampanoag territory once stretched from modern-day Boston to Warren, Rhode Island, and eastward to the Cape Cod coasts, including Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket Island. The Wampanoag, which means people of the dawn, had easy access to the coast and lived on fishing and agriculture. The Narragansett, or people of the tiny point, were warriors who traded with various tribes throughout the region. Their domain historically extended from the western sides of the Providence River and Narragansett Bay all the way to eastern Connecticut. The bay was possibly first seen by Europeans in the early 16th century. Most historians agree that the first European contact was made by Giovanni da Verrazzano, an Italian adventurer who entered the bay in his ship La Dauphine in 1524. And that was after visiting New York Bay. Verrazzano referred to the bay as Refugio, the refuge. Adrian Block, the Dutch navigator who named neighboring Block Island after himself, discovered and surveyed the bay in 1614. The earliest European settlement was documented in the 1630s. Roger Williams, a disgruntled Plymouth Colony citizen, settled in the area around 1636. And Williams proceeded to England in 1643. That's where he was granted a charter for the new Rhode Island colony. Keys to the Indian Language, a dictionary of the Narragansett language, was also published in England that year. Many of the islands in the bay were named by Roger Williams and other early colonists. Interestingly, colonial schoolchildren frequently chanted this rhyme to remember the names of the islands: Patience, Prudence, Hope, and Despair, and the little hog over there. These are Interesting Things with JC.